Taylor Swift cries bitterly after Travis Kelce's unbelievable lie. In the spotlight of love and fame, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce seemed like the ultimate power couple. Their whirlwind romance had captured the hearts of millions, with fans dubbing them "Trailer" and following every romantic gesture, from Taylor's appearances at his games to their cozy date nights. But behind the dazzling smiles and public displays of affection, a storm was brewing, one that would shatter their fairy tale. One crisp November evening, Taylor sat in her Nashville penthouse, scrolling through social media. Her fans were buzzing with excitement over the upcoming Eras Tour movie release. Travis had promised to fly out and join her for the premiere. But as she refreshed her feed, her heart sank. A viral post revealed a shocking twist. Travis Kelce spotted with mystery woman at private NYC event, *. Taylor's eyes widened as she clicked on the post. The photos showed Travis laughing and whispering to a glamorous brunette at an upscale lounge. The caption read, "Who's this beauty? Certainly not Taylor." Taylor immediately called Travis. His voice, usually warm and reassuring, now felt distant. "Babe, don't believe everything you see online. That's just a friend from my charity team." Nothing happened, but something in his tone didn't sit right. The following day, more details emerged. The mystery woman wasn't just anyone, it was Chloe, a marketing executive Travis had reportedly been in touch with for months. And the kicker? Chloe was quoted saying, "Travis and I have a connection that goes way back." Taylor doesn't know everything. Unable to ignore the mounting evidence, Taylor confronted Travis face to face. "I trusted you," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Was any of this real?" Travis sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I didn't mean for this to blow up. Chloe and I were just talking. I didn't want to hurt you." "Talking?" Taylor snapped, tears streaming down her face. "This is more than talking, Travis. You lied to me." Feeling humiliated and heartbroken, Taylor canceled their joint plans and retreated to her studio. There, she channeled her pain into writing. Her lyrics poured out like a tidal wave, capturing every ounce of betrayal and anguish. Weeks later, fans noticed a new song on her upcoming album titled "*The Second String*. The lyrics left no doubt about who it was aimed at. "You caught the pass, but dropped my trust, your words, a game, all smoke and dust." The crowd cheered loud, but I saw through, a second-string lover, pretending to be true. Travis, meanwhile, faced the backlash of a betrayed fanbase. His attempts to reach Taylor were met with silence. "I thought we could work through this," he said in a rare interview. "But I made a mistake, and I'll regret it forever." As Taylor's new album soared to the top of the charts, she stood tall, her tears now a distant memory. "Heartbreak fuels my art," she told a reporter with a bittersweet smile. "And I have my fans to thank for reminding me of my worth." Taylor's resilience became an anthem for millions, proving that even when love fades, self-worth remains unshakable. As for Travis, he could only watch from the sidelines as Taylor turned her pain into yet another masterpiece. Title: Taylor Swift cries bitterly after Travis Kelce's unbelievable lie. It was supposed to be their fairy tale. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, two of the biggest names in their worlds, had found something that felt different. Taylor's music had always been laced with the pain of heartbreak, but now, she had found something that made her believe in love again. Or so she thought. It all began when Travis, the charming and always confident NFL star, invited Taylor to an intimate gathering at his home. The night had been perfect, laughter, music, and an undeniable chemistry that no one could ignore. They danced under the stars, their hearts racing as if the universe had designed this moment just for them. But that night, something changed. Travis was distant. He wasn't his usual playful self, and Taylor noticed the flickers of unease in his eyes. She tried to shake it off, convincing herself that it was nothing. After all, they had just started dating, and maybe he was just stressed from the demands of his career. Days later, Taylor found herself waiting for a text from Travis. The messages were short, curt, and laced with tension. It wasn't like him at all. Then, the unthinkable happened. Travis invited her over for another quiet evening at his place. When she arrived, there was a strange coldness in the air. They sat on the couch, the silence between them deafening, until Travis spoke up, his voice oddly calm. "I need to tell you something, Taylor," he said, his eyes avoiding hers. Taylor's heart skipped a beat. "What is it, Travis?" He sighed deeply. I lied to you about something important." Taylor felt her stomach churn, a cold wave of dread washing over her. "What are you talking about?" About my ex, Travis said, his voice shaky. I told you I had no feelings for her, that she was completely in the past. But I was wrong. I was still in contact with her. I still have unresolved feelings. Taylor's world spun. She felt as if the ground had been ripped from beneath her. How could he do this to her? How could he lie to her face when all she had ever done was trust him? Her voice trembled. Why would you lie, Travis? I thought we had something real. I didn't want to hurt you, he replied, his eyes filling with regret. I wanted to be with you, but I wasn't ready to let go of the past. I should have told you sooner. The words hit Taylor like a freight train. The betrayal stung more than she could have imagined. All the promises, all the hopes for a future together, felt like a cruel joke now. She stood up, tears welling up in her eyes. How could you? She whispered, her voice barely audible. Travis stood as well, but Taylor shook her head, backing away from him. She couldn't bear to look at him any longer. The man she had let into her heart had just shattered her world with one simple, unbelievable lie. I need to go, she said, her voice breaking. She grabbed her coat and walked out the door, her heart heavy with the weight of betrayal. As she drove home, tears streamed down her face. The city lights blurred as she tried to make sense of it all. She had always written songs about heartbreak, but this was a pain she had never imagined. The person she thought was different, the one she trusted, had pulled the rug out from under her. The fantasy they had shared felt like a distant memory now, replaced by a crushing reality. That night, Taylor locked herself in her room, the familiar walls of her home offering little comfort. She collapsed onto her bed, the tears flowing uncontrollably. The life she had built, the love she had believed in, all felt like a lie. But in the stillness of the night, as the world outside continued on, Taylor knew that even in the face of such betrayal, she would rise again. She always did, and someday, when the pain subsided, she would turn this heartbreak into a song that would heal her and remind the world that no matter how unbelievable the lies may be, she was stronger than anyone could ever imagine. Title: The Heartbreak Touchdown. Taylor Swift cries bitterly after Travis Kelce's unbelievable lie. The air was electric at the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium, the crowd roaring as Travis Kelce prepared for yet another game-winning touchdown. Taylor Swift sat in the VIP section, her eyes glued to her boyfriend. She had been by his side throughout the season, cheering him on from the sidelines, her heart swelling with pride at each victory. But today, something felt different. A subtle tension tugged at her chest, something she couldn't quite place. After the game, as the adrenaline of the victory settled, Travis found Taylor backstage, where she was waiting to congratulate him. His usual grin was absent, replaced by an uneasy look in his eyes. "Travis, what's wrong?" Taylor asked, her voice soft but concerned. She could sense that something wasn't right, and it wasn't just the quiet that had fallen over him. He hesitated, his eyes darting away as if searching for the right words. "Taylor, there's something I need to tell you," he said, his voice shaky. Her heart skipped a beat. The intensity of his gaze made her stomach churn. "What is it, Travis?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. He took a deep breath, then spoke the words that would shatter her world. I've been seeing someone else," he admitted, his tone tinged with guilt. Taylor felt like the air had been knocked out of her lungs. The room seemed to spin as she stumbled backward, her eyes welling up with tears. "What do you mean? We've been together for months. How could you? I never meant for it to happen. It started out innocent, but I got caught up in the fame. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how to tell you," he confessed, his voice trembling. Her mind raced as the reality of his words hit her. Every moment they had shared, the laughter, the late-night talks, the quiet mornings, flashed before her eyes. They had been building something, or so she thought. All of it, a lie. A cruel, unbelievable lie. "You lied to me, Travis," Taylor said, her voice breaking. "How could you do this? After everything? I trusted you." He reached out to her, his hand hovering in the air, but she pulled away as though his touch was poison. "I never wanted to hurt you, Taylor. It just happened, and now I don't know how to fix it." Tears streamed down her face as she turned away, her chest tightening with the weight of the betrayal. The world around her blurred as she struggled to breathe, to make sense of the confusion swirling in her mind. "How could you do this to me? To us?" she whispered through the tears. "I believed in you, in us. Travis's face contorted in pain, but the words had already left his mouth. The damage was done, Taylor was broken, and no apology could undo the betrayal. She stood there for a long moment, her heart heavy with the weight of the truth. The truth that everything she had known about their relationship was nothing more than a facade. In the end, Taylor couldn't bear to stay in the same room with him. With shaky hands, she wiped her eyes and walked out, her steps slow but resolute. The roar of the stadium in the distance felt like a distant memory as she made her way to the exit, leaving behind the man who had broken her heart. The night was cold, but it was nothing compared to the chill that had settled in her soul.